Hi, Daniel. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Tim.
It's a pleasure to have you on, and today we're going to speak about affiliates, communities, and things like this. To start off with, I thought it'd be great if you could tell us about Casino Guru's community of users, which, as I understand, has just surpassed 34,000 users.
Yeah, actually, I checked the statistics 2 days ago, so we already have over 43,000
Okay.
registered users. Uh, what's even more important that over 20,000 of them came back to our website after they registered. So it's not just about the people who registered and never came back, but it's more about the people who come back. And since April 2020, when we launched the forum, the community forum, we have over 8,500 new posts from 1,700 unique users. The situation for now is quite steady. We have over 600 posts per month. In March, it's been 800, but it's usually over 600 per month. So I believe it's growing pretty well.
Sure. A focus on kind of retention, and as you say, keeping users coming back there. How important is that given, in this industry, there is a lot of focus on new customers, new depositing customers, new acquisitions, that kind of thing?
No, it's. I believe it's one of the most important part of the business for us to make sure that the people come back because you know it's quite expensive to get the customer or the visitor to the website, to the forum. It's even uh, it's even like more expensive to make sure that the player registers. It's not about paying them, but it's about paying the designers, doing the user experience tests, and to make sure that the players feel comfortable on our website, that they find everything they need. It's not too complicated for them. So to make sure that they come back and maybe they even recommend us to their friends or anyone, it's, I believe, the most important part of the business.
For sure, yeah. When we look at the kind of communities and forums in general, and also specifically yours, how important or beneficial is it to have a forum of users when it comes to reviewing operators and giving kind of a full, honest picture? Because it's the players giving their opinion who've actually experienced the operator rather than someone perhaps promoting them who hasn't maybe used the product.
Yeah, there are benefits that are visible immediately. Now I'm talking about the cases where a player comes to our website, the forum, and they say they discovered some information we have wrong on the website, or they found a bonus that doesn't work, or there's something missing. And I'm glad I can honestly claim that sending these types of feedback to us makes sense and it's worth it because we deal with every single feedback we get from the players. We send our testers to test anything they describe, and we realize that most of the time the players are correct. We have something wrong on the website. We can't be correct in 100% of cases because I believe that we almost have 4,000 casinos in our database. So whenever the player finds something that's wrong, we just fix it as soon as possible. But there are benefits that aren't clearly visible, and I'm talking about the cases where a player comes to complain to the forum. They're angry because they didn't get paid, the winnings got voided, they say the casino is a scam, and so on. And sometimes they're right, the casino is a scam, but sometimes we manage to clarify the situation for the player, and we advise them what to do, what to follow, and eventually, when the player gets paid, they get a much better image about your website, about the community, and I'm sure that whenever the player comes back to our website, they will trust the list whenever we recommend the casinos, the best casinos for the certain country where the player's from. I believe they'll follow it because he will know, okay, they helped me. I got the money because they gave me good advice. So that's another benefit we have for the players. But I just want to highlight that whenever the players come and they say the casino is bad, the casino is a scam, we don't say, okay, then the casino is a clear scam because the player told us it's the fact. But we always have to investigate everything they say. And I can tell you honestly, I get about 15, maybe 20 feedbacks or messages every day claiming that a certain casino is a scam. And we have to go through all of it because sometimes the players don't provide any details. They just say the casino is a scam, it's a rip-off, don't come back. But sometimes they say like they're a scam because they don't react to my messages, they don't reply to the live chat. And it's something we can deal with. We can usually contact the casino. We can try to contact the live chat on our own. And sometimes we just realize that maybe the issue is on the player's side, or sometimes we realize that the casino simply had some issues with payment providers or some technical issues with the live chat. And it doesn't mean the casino is bad. Like they just had some issues and they're working on it, and they fix it eventually. But whenever we get some feedback from the players about casinos, we send our testers there, as I already mentioned. Or if it's something easier that I can check on my own, I just take a look, and so I can react to the player directly within a few minutes. I can tell him, okay, I didn't manage to contact the live chat, even it shows it's online. So then we try other resources, and we try to contact the casino representatives and ask about the situation.
Are there any extra challenges brought about by kind of having a larger community? You mentioned they're kind of sort of angry users, and it's 15, 20 times a day. Is this a kind of a problem that affiliates wouldn't have if they didn't have such a big forum?
Yes, of course. Having the forum and having the possibility to write user reviews, that's something we've implemented about 3 weeks ago. It gives you space to write anything you want. It gives you space to contact us directly, and it gives you space to contact us publicly. So they know that whenever they write something about the casino, it's visible to anyone. So of course, if we only had a general email address in our contact details, no forum, no community, no user reviews, we wouldn't get these types of messages so often. That's clear.
So I understand you've also implemented a ranking system. Can you tell us more about this?
Yeah, it's the ranking system is a very simple tool that helps us to measure your activity on the forum. You get points for creating threads, writing posts. When you get like from another user, you get a point. You even get points for writing the casino reviews, your own casino reviews. And you even get points when you create a complaint against a casino, but the complaint needs to be approved. So it doesn't mean that you just create 30 complaints that don't make any sense and you get a lot of points to get higher in the ranking system. It doesn't work this way. It's also something we'd like to improve in the future. I'm thinking about having deals with our partners, with the casinos, that when you reach certain rank, you could get some bonus, free spins, whatever, maybe some merchandise. We often get merchandise from the casino, so that's something we could give away to the players. But honestly, it's not on the top of the priority list because I still believe we have a lot of space for improvement regarding design, regarding user experience. Actually, it's been a week since I started working on a new concept of the homepage, of the forum homepage. I'd like to have the recent user reviews displayed on the homepage. I'd like to have some recent videos from the YouTube, the competitions we have on the forum. So it's something I'd like to implement on the forum as soon as possible. So the ranking system we have for now is just about collecting points, getting reputation among the players.
Mhm.
But I'd like to work with it in the future even more, and maybe prepare some achievements for the players, something you could collect.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a ranking system that incentivizes users, but are there any plans for kind of that users can rank operators maybe?
Uh, Sorry, what was the last word?
Are there any kind of plans to have a ranking system for brands and
Oh,
operators?
for brands.
Yeah.
Not really. Not really.
Mhm.
I don't think that the brands would be interested in getting rating. When you talk to the casino representatives, they're so busy that they're happy when you tell them, "Hey, your brand has been mentioned on the forum. If you want to, take a look." And maybe if they have time, they come and they try to react to the messages. But
Mhm.
I don't think that the casino brands or the representatives would be interested in collecting points on the forum. They simply don't have time for it. That's how the business works.
Yeah, no, sure, that makes sense. Um, it's funny you mentioned time. I think it's a good segue to the next question because the forum is available in 16 different languages, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
Obviously, so that might sound simple to a user that kind of it's in one language or another, but localization and translation, that's quite a time-consuming process. So just wondering, kind of how do you guys go about this? What's your process and how difficult is that?
No, speaking just about the forum, it's very simple. I'm not a developer. It would be a better question for them, but basically we use the tools that are given by the Google Translate. So the automated translation is implemented on the website, so we don't have to translate anything manually. That wouldn't be possible, of course. Uh, we even added some tools that help us to minimize the wrong translations. Uh, for example, when we see that the algorithm isn't sure about if your post is written in German or English, because you write it in German, but you use some English terms like slots, free spins, jackpot, we ask you if this is the correct language that we detected, and if it's wrong, you can simply change it. It doesn't occur very often, but if the sentence is very short and you use some, let's say you write it in Spanish and you use some English terms, it can happen. So
Mhm.
we just wanted to minimize the cases where the translation is wrong because it didn't detect the language correctly.
Mhm.
It's also important to note that whenever you register to our forum, we ask you which languages you speak, which languages you understand. So if you're native English speaker, but you speak and understand Spanish, there's no reason to translate Spanish posts for you because it's always better to read the original post because sometimes the translation isn't 100% correct. So that's even something we ask you at the beginning, but you can change it later if you feel like, okay, maybe I thought I understand Spanish, but actually I realize I don't. So you can change it in the future. Or if there's a post and you think it's not translated correctly, you can click just one button and show the original. So that's how we work with the translations on the forum.
Mhm.
Speaking generally about the website, it's a difficult process, but we have over, I believe, 60 testers around the world. So that's how we make sure that the casinos that we display for certain countries are in fact available. We check it a few times per year. The same applies to bonuses, game providers, payment methods. So the testers are a very important part of the process.
Sure. So I guess overall, you're saying it can be quite simple for the forum translation, but there's I guess some subtleties to it here and there.
Yeah. That's how it is. And I remember we have the forum in about 16 languages, but we realized that for some reason there are French people who come to the forum, even though the website isn't in French. There are people who write in Romanian. So we even added these two languages into the automated translations, and I'm quite sure that the next one will be Indonesian, because we became quite popular in Indonesia. We have a lot of visitors, not just on the forum, but generally on the website and our social media. So we need to implement the automated translation for Indonesian language as well.
Sure, yeah. Something we discussed with your colleague Shimon the other day on AffiliateCon. The topic of kind of I mentioned this earlier as well, kind of honesty and the honesty of player reviews. How does that affect the relationship between, say, Casino Guru and your partners? Because obviously, when you write a review of a casino, you know, it's kind of that balance. You want to be honest, but ultimately you're promoting your partner. So, you know, how does having a community of thousands of users, maybe saying negative things here and there, some positive here and there, how does that affect the relationship?
Yeah, I have to say that I say we have quite a unique approach in our company regarding this, and it's based on the beliefs that our founders carry with themselves since they launched the Casino Guru project. If we see a casino that is bad, the casino isn't fair towards the players. They try to find stupid excuses just to avoid the winnings. We're not afraid of throwing the whole relationship we built with the casino over the board and decrease the rating or remove the fair badge we have on the website. Of course, we do this only after very long discussions with the casino representatives. We try to explain our position, we try to explain the situation, but in some cases it's just impossible because the casino simply doesn't understand that our main aim is to recommend casinos that are fair and where the player can feel safe. Some still believe that our aim should be to earn as much money as possible on commissions. And they just don't understand that the business and the point of view can be very different. I'd say we never ask for a special treatment regarding players who complain on our website. We just simply ask the casino to use common sense. I can give you an example. That's something we dealt with a few times. When a player took a bonus, he played with the bonus money, he lost the money. He had maybe 11 cents on the account. He played a slot, where the minimum bet was, let's say, 20 cents. So he couldn't use it, he couldn't use the 11 cents. So he made a deposit so he could carry on playing, and he played with his own money. And when he won a few thousands, let's say, the casino said, yeah, but the player had an active bonus on the account, and the winnings are voided, and we're gonna pay only, let's say, 100 from 10,000. And we say, yeah, but he had only 11 cents on the account, and he couldn't even use the money to bet it. And they say, yeah, but he could contact us on a live chat. And then we realized that the live chat wasn't even available. And they say, okay, so he could send an email and he could ask us to cancel the 11 cents on the account, and probably next day we would cancel the bonus and he could carry on playing. And we say, okay, but he didn't get any advantage of having 11 cents bonus money on the account because he made a deposit, he played with his own money. And they say, yeah, but terms and conditions, it's written here, so I'm sorry, the winnings are voided. So in these cases, I mean, everyone can understand what's going on here, and it's something we just can't ignore. We can't just say, okay, it's written in the terms and conditions, the casino is right. That's what actually some of the licensing authorities would say. They would say, okay, but it's in the terms and conditions. Yeah, but common sense, that's what we try to use most of the time.
Yeah, for sure. And in a case like that, I guess does having a community of users help and make it easier to actually find these things out, as opposed to if you were kind of just writing Casino Guru in-house, writing your own reviews of the site?
No, of course, it's very important. And sometimes we suddenly start getting negative feedbacks to one certain casino. So the players start talking together. We realize that they have the same kind of issues. So sometimes we try to contact the casino directly and immediately to find out what's going on. And sometimes we realize that they just have some issues that are temporary, they're working on it. So we can contact the community and tell them, guys, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. The casino is prepared to pay your winnings. They just have some issues. But sometimes we realize that the casino is probably closed, inactive for some reason. And then in that case, it's good to warn the other players so the others won't register in the casino. Maybe the casino has a decent rating on our website, so it's time to decrease the rating and to make sure that nobody's going to register there when they become closed or inactive. To say we call them zombie, these kind of casinos.
Yeah, absolutely. No, plenty of interesting stuff there. Plenty of good analysis so far. And I just have one final question for you, Daniel, and that would be, what advice would you give to an affiliate that either doesn't have a community of users and isn't really thinking about this kind of approach, or one who's actually doesn't have one but looking to maybe start one up?
Okay, I say having a community is the best way to build trust with your visitors on the website. It also provides you it's a good tool for feedback from the visitors of your website. So maybe there's something you never thought about and they just come up with it and you say, okay, it didn't come to my mind, but it's true that the player is right and we had this stupid thing on the website. It just makes things more difficult for the players and it shouldn't even be there. But you have many testers, you have employees, and they just don't see it. And then just someone comes to the website and you realize, okay, it's a great feedback and you get it for free. You just need to build the community, the forum, and then you get a really valuable feedback for free. On the other hand, if you think that you can just create some forum based on some free template and just watch the community growing, it doesn't work this way. You need to be there 24/7. I can honestly tell you that when I wake up, the first thing I do is to check the forum. And when I go to sleep, which is usually around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I check the forum as well. And then suddenly when I come there, I'm already too tired. I want to go to sleep. And I realize that there are 15 posts and maybe something I should react to. So I just start writing the replies. And sometimes, and you need to be prepared for it, you realize that there's a spammer or link builder making mess on the forum, and you don't want to leave it like that. You want to clean it. So it's something we deal with. I wouldn't say every day, but let's say every single day. We have some fake passports and IDs sellers on the website. We have people who try to sell some chemicals on the website. Or if you want to make sure that someone will fall in love with you, you can buy a spell from someone on the website, and that's something we have to deal with, and it's annoying. So better be prepared for it and try to make sure that you have some anti-spam tools prepared for the website or for the forum until it's too late. So it's also the part of the job you need to deal with. And it's really annoying. We work on improving the tools every day. I'd say it's much better than what we had when we started or when we launched the forum a year ago. But yeah, that's also like something you should keep in mind, that it's not just about replying to messages from players and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Plenty of practical advice there. I'm sure the affiliates watching will appreciate that. But Daniel, really interesting to talk through affiliates and forums with you. And thank you very much for your time and your answers.
Thank you for inviting me and have a good day.
You too. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.